Hey there, Falcons fans! We have a matchup coming up and a lot to discuss, so without further ado, let's get right to it. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the latest updates. Okay, let's get started. Kirk Cousins has a new challenge coming up this Sunday. With starting center Drew Dalman out due to injury, the Falcons will turn to backup Ryan Newsel, and here's the twist. Newsel is left-handed. Now, this may not seem like a big deal, but in football, even small changes can have a big impact. Quarterback Kirk Cousins will have to adjust to receiving snaps from a left-handed center, which can be different for a QB. Cousins even mentioned that the ball spins differently when snapped, especially in the shotgun. However, he also said that Newsel has done a great job of making the transition feel seamless. That's exactly what we want to hear ahead of a crucial game against the New Orleans Saints. Newsel himself is keeping things simple. He knows the priority is to get the snap right and keep everyone moving in the right direction. He's confident that as long as they're on the same page, everything will go smoothly. And after last week's tough loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, the Falcons can't afford to make any mistakes on Sunday. But let's not forget Kirk Cousins. His start with the Falcons hasn't been as explosive as we'd hoped. He's led the team to just one win in 3 games, and turnovers have been an issue. NFL.com's Nick Shook recently ranked Cousins as the number 18 QB in passer rating, which isn't exactly where we'd expect our star quarterback to be. Shook noted that while Cousins has shown flashes of brilliance, like that stunning touchdown to open Week 3, he's also missed some key opportunities. For example, in a critical moment in the red zone, Cousins left Kyle Pitts open but failed to capitalize on Pitts' size advantage, resulting in an incompletion. Had Cousins thrown that pass correctly, it could have changed the entire outcome of the game. The good news is that Cousins is showing signs of improvement. He even outperformed Patrick Mahomes in some areas last week, posting a slightly higher passer rating. That's a big positive heading into a matchup with Derek Carr and the Saints. Cousins will need to step up his game and deliver, especially with Newsel snapping the ball on Sunday. Now, Falcons fans, we want to hear from you. Do you think Cousins can rise to the challenge this week and outshine Derek Carr? Can Newsel hold his own under center in his first start of the season? Falcons versus Saints. It's one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL, and both teams are desperate for a win to avoid back-to-back losses in Week 5. After a heartbreaking loss to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Saints struggling against the Eagles, it's safe to say both teams are feeling the pressure. But this game is more than just a must-win, it's a statement game. Let's set the stage. The Falcons have had a tough schedule thus far, facing teams with a combined record of 8-1. But now, it's Saints week, and there's no time for excuses. We're 1-2, and to get back to .500, we need a win, plain and simple. Coming into this game, the Saints are 2-1. They dominated the Panthers in Week 1, crushed the Cowboys in Week 2, but then hit a wall against the Eagles. Derek Carr, their quarterback, looked like a shell of his former self in that last game. And while the Saints are no longer the powerhouse they were in the Drew Brees era, they are still dangerous, especially on defense. Cameron Jordan, one of the league's top pass rushers, is still causing chaos on every snap. The Falcons' offensive line is banged up, and with Drew Dalman off injured reserve, Ryan Newsel is stepping in at center. This will be a key area to watch. Can we protect Kirk Cousins long enough to make big plays downfield? To beat the Saints, the game plan is pretty clear. We have to control the clock. Time of possession will be crucial, especially because our running game needs to come alive. We're waiting for Robinson to take the next step, and this could be the game where he finally shines. But it's not just about running the ball. Our offensive line needs to give Cousins time to work, and we need to protect the ball. The Saints' defense thrives on forcing mistakes, so we have to be on our toes. If we can limit turnovers and make Carr uncomfortable, especially in the fourth quarter, we have a great chance to take control of the game. Atlanta's defense under Jimmy Lake has been solid, especially the secondary. Now, if the pass pressure can increase, this could be the week we really see this defense take control. Despite the rough start to the season, there are plenty of positives for Dirty Bird Nation. Drake London is emerging as a legitimate star at wide receiver, and Kyle Pitts is proving to be a nightmare for opposing defenses. Cousins is getting healthier and starting to find his rhythm, which is exactly what we need for this critical game. On defense, the secondary has been stellar, but the pass pressure still needs work. If we can get more pressure on Carr, force him into mistakes, and capitalize on those opportunities, we'll be in a good position to win. Here's what we need to focus on to get the win. 1. Running the ball. We need to control the clock and keep Carr off the field. Robinson needs to have a big game, and the offensive line needs to open up running lanes. 2. Protecting Kirk Cousins. The Saints' defense is aggressive, and we can't let Cameron Jordan ruin the game. If Cousins gets time, he can tear this defense apart. 3. Forcing mistakes. The Saints are vulnerable if we can get pressure on Carr. We need to force turnovers and make the most of every opportunity. 4. Staying mentally tough. This will be a tight, physical game. We've been battle-tested the first 3 weeks, and we need to show that mental toughness to get the win. While our defense has been strong, we need more consistency from our offensive line. Injuries have taken their toll, and with Newsel coming in at center, it will be crucial that the line gels quickly. Cousins can't make big plays if he's constantly under pressure, and the running game won't work if the line can't open up holes. This is where the game can be won or lost. Zach Robinson, our offensive play caller, also needs to step up. He's shown promise, but as a new play caller, there have been some growing pains. The sooner he gets comfortable and starts making the right adjustments, the better our offense will flow. I expect a tight, tough game between the Falcons and the Saints, but I'm giving Atlanta the edge. We're playing at home, we have talent, and we need this win more than New Orleans. If we can execute the game plan, run the ball, protect Cousins, and force Carr into mistakes, we'll be 2-2 on Sunday night. All right, Falcons fans, it's your turn. What do you think? Can the Falcons get the job done on Sunday? Raheem Morris, our head coach, knows exactly how much this rivalry means to Atlanta. Having spent several years here in various roles, Raheem feels the weight of this game. He said, "It's been special for a long time," and he's right. This isn't just another game, it's a battle. Kirk Cousins, no stranger to rivalries, having played in some of the NFL's most historic matchups, is gearing up for his first Falcons-Saints matchup. He knows what's at stake and is ready to lead this team. Cousins has seen it all in the NFC East and North, but he's about to experience the electricity that only Saints Week can bring. And let's not forget Jesse Bates III. He has some history with this matchup as well. Who could forget his pick six against Derek Carr in his Falcons debut? That moment was huge, and now he's ready to bring the energy back to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Falcons are hungry for their first home win of the season, and the fans are feeling the anticipation. We all have a score to settle after the way last season ended. Who could forget that bitter 48-17 loss to the Saints last year? It wasn't just a loss, it was an insult. Remember when Jameis Winston, in victory formation, called a play for Jamal Williams to get his first touchdown? Total disrespect. It was dangerous too. The Falcons players assumed it was a kneel down to end the game. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but you better believe our guys haven't forgotten. Saints fans may have loved it, but Falcons fans? We hate it. This year, it's all about revenge, and it's going to be intense on Sunday. All right, Falcons Nation, I want to hear from you. What do you think of the Saints' disrespectful move last year? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get ready for a big win this weekend. Go Falcons!